Hey beauties, today I'm back with another hair highlights video. As you can see, I'm in desperate need of a touch-up. Today I'm going to be doing a more trendy highlighting look using a technique that I've already used. I'm going to do like the more dramatic front two pieces with like subtle highlights back here and then just refreshing and adding a few more highlights in underneath. If you are new to my channel, my name is Deandra. I post lots of fashion and beauty content, all of which I always try to keep affordable. Lots of DIY beauty as well. So if that's something you think you would enjoy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Let's get started because I'm a little bit nervous but really excited. As always, I will be using this Revlon Frost and Glow Honey Highlighting Kit. I picked this one up on Amazon. It's what I use almost every time just because I like the more brunette, warm undertones in my hair. I still want to be brunette, but just lighter and bright. I am actually going to part my hair before I mix the bleach. I'm going to part it in half. From here, I'm going to part in half. And we're gonna highlight the bottom first. And then again at my temple area on this side. Okay, I have the bleach mixed. If you notice, the bleach is actually like a tinted blue color. That's because blue lifts and tones out red. So if you are using just a bleach packet, the difference is if you want to lift out red and make sure you don't have any red in your hair after bleaching, go for a blue bleach powder. But if your hair tends to lift yellow, go for a purple bleach powder. But again, I just love this kit. It always gives me a really pretty color. It's just what I buy. The technique that I will be using is this comb technique. I'm not gonna walk you guys through this because I do have a whole video where I did just this technique. I will link that video in the description down below, as well as my whole hair playlist if you want to see all of my highlighting videos. This time around, I am going to use the bigger side just because I do already have highlights in my hair. I don't want too much going on. I don't want to add too many highlights, so I am going to use the bigger side. But as you can see, this comb, which I get on Amazon, does give you several options on how you want your highlights to look. But I'm just going to start in the front. It's actually going to separate the hair for you right here. Just running my finger through the top portion and grabbing that top portion, and I'm gonna highlight this section right here. I do have some pre-cut foils. These are just pre-cut kitchen foils. You can go to Sally's and get like professional foils, but I'm not a professional. I should say that right now before I put bleach on my hair. I am not a professional. I do not have any training. This is just what I do at home on my own. Do your research before you try this at home. Again, I am not a professional. I'm not going all the way to the top because I do want a blended, painted balayage look. So I'm gonna start maybe like an inch away from my roots, and I'm gonna blend down. And you want to blend right here at the root so you don't have a harsh line. Again, not a professional. I'm done with the bottom. I just went ahead and grabbed these clips to just like clip these pieces down, just so that they don't get in my way. Now I'm actually going to let both sides of my hair down. I'm still gonna keep them parted, but I wanna make sure that the two front strands that I do are the same, and I'm gonna give them extra time to process. So I'm gonna do those parts first, and then I'll probably just work my way back. So I'm gonna be a little dramatic with it, since that's the whole trend. And then I'm gonna clip it back just while I'm bleaching it, and trying to keep it the same on the other side. That looks pretty even to me. This is the part I'm nervous about. So we are going to fully saturate these bangs, and I am going way higher on these parts than I will on the rest of my hair, just because that's the trend right now, is like those super dramatic like two front bangs. You guys, that is the closest that I've gotten to my root ever with bleach. Okay, so now I'm just going to repeat the comb process through the back of my hair. I don't think I'm gonna go as high as I did on the bottom. All right, it has been about 45 minutes since I finished the last strand. I just went through my whole head after I did the 2 bangs with the comb, just like I did on the bottom. Now I'm going to pull out the foils and just make sure that all the color matches. I'm looking at it, and this part where the foil is looks kind of harsh. I thought I blended it. It's probably because of the foil. I might actually just add a little bit of bleach like right in here. So I'm gonna do that now. What I'm gonna do is just take a little bit of bleach right here on my root. Just like let it blend, and I'll probably leave it for 10 minutes just so that it blends just right in here. Just so that this lightens up just a little, so it's not too harsh a line. I'll come back when I wash my hair out to show you guys the final result. Okay, I'm having to do a voiceover on this part of the video because I forgot to turn on my mic. Everything else was going wrong at this point. But I did want you guys to see my results from using the bigger side of the comb. I just knew that I couldn't live with the 2 front pieces that I did. I was wanting something a little bit more subtle. I know the 2 big chunks are pretty trendy right now, but I'm not that trendy. I knew that I couldn't live with it. Both sides of my head were drastically different as far as placement. I just wasn't willing to bleach again to try to get them equal. And then next up, I'll show you what I did to fix it. All right, you guys, so this is what my hair looks like now. Not what we expected at the beginning of this video, I know, but sometimes you just gotta know when to put the bleach down. And I was in a position where I knew that I didn't like it. I did the 2 pieces a little too thick for my liking, and if I personally would have tried to fix it with bleach, I would have had to even it out throughout like the top so that it would just even out, and I wouldn't absolutely hate those 2 front stripes. And for me, it just wasn't worth it. I would have had to go all the way to my root with the bleach. Again, for me, that is just not something that I was willing to do. I maybe could have fixed it with a purple toner, not Wella T18, because Wella T18 does not work. You need something that is purple to tone out the yellow, or blue to tone out the orange, and I just didn't have the patience for that. So I ran to Walmart, picked up this $2 Revlon Color Silk hair dye. I got 2 boxes of these, and honestly, it did the trick. Normally, I do buy the L'Oreal Feria brand, but the reason that I didn't this time is because I did want some of those highlights to come through, because like I had just bleached my hair and I didn't want that dimension to just go away, and I did actually still achieve a little bit of dimension throughout my hair. It's not just like one box dye color, if that makes sense. And I knew that with the cheap $2 box, it wasn't gonna saturate all the bleach as deep, so that's why I went with the cheap one. But again, you guys, sometimes just putting the bleach down really does help. Now if I do want to highlight my hair again and try that look again in a couple months, I have a blank slate I have healthy hair. I have hair, because if you guys have seen any of the Brad Mondo hairdresser reacts to Bleach fails videos, you know that you can end up pretty much bald, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. So I really hope that this video was helpful for you any sort of way possible. I encourage you guys to have a level of patience when you are applying your bleach. I think that's where I went wrong this time. I heavily relied on this comb, and I just kind of was over it once I got to the top. Threw on a bunch of bleach, and that's how I ended up in that situation. I didn't think through how thick I was pulling my bangs out. I don't know. I just didn't take the time that I knew that I needed to, and that's where I went wrong. So if you're gonna highlight your hair at home, I do actually have several videos that are not fails using this comb. I will link that one down below, because this comb is amazing when you use it correctly and you take your time to apply correctly, which I did not this time around. I'm gonna admit, I'm actually really loving this color, to be honest. Like, I still have dimension throughout my hair. And again, if I want to try highlighting my hair at home, I know what I did wrong this time, and I have my hair to try again if I want to. So I'm rambling. It's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will leave 2 videos right over here for you to binge watch, and my subscribe button. So go ahead and hit that button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Forgot to show you guys the back. Most of the time y'all want to see that. See y'all next time.